All right, hello everyone. I am working with a new camera setup, and so this is me attempting to see how it goes. So I'm gonna pull cards for the week. Today is Sunday, but if this reading finds you on a different day, that's okay. Pay attention to the message coming through. If it feels like it fits, great. And if it feels like it doesn't, then maybe this is not your reading. So, what does the collective need to know, Spirit? We've got a lot of changes coming up. Mars has just gone direct. Venus, I believe, is stationed retrograde, and we will have Mercury in retrograde next week. So a lot of time for reflection, a lot of time to kind of reassess your relationships, what's not working, what is, and what we need to do to move forward. Because of Mercury retrograde, I wouldn't necessarily take action at that time, but it is a really good time to make plans for the future and make changes. So let's see where we go. So first up, we have the Star in reverse. So again, kind of taking that time to kind of rest, recoup. You could have been feeling like you're in a little bit of a hermit mode, really working on your healing internally and emotionally. But we have the Four of Emotions next to it, which is the Four of Cups in traditional deck, and it is reversed. And so I feel like for many of you, the light at the end of the tunnel is really starting to show face. I feel like you've taken time to really reassess what you've been going through and what you've been doing in life, reflecting on what's been working, what hasn't been working. And I think this kind of emotional renewal is coming forth, aligning with really what makes sense in terms of what's in your heart and what you feel is right. Next, we have the Empress. So the Empress is the queen of the deck. She is all four queens combined. This is a very maternal energy. This is a very mothering energy, but the Empress is very balanced. She knows exactly what she wants. She is, divinely guided through her heart, and she's unafraid to make a step forward. This Empress also is ruled by Venus, so you are going to be very attractive to many people, and you might be calling in a partner or a job or a situation that really aligns with your soul mission and what you're meant to be doing. And then following that, we also have the Ace of Inspiration. So again, something new is coming forth. I think you're really combining your heart with your head and knowing and understanding what you need to do to move forward. There is a wheel in this card and a flower or like a succulent in her hair, and her third eye is kind of projecting upward. So with the heart and the Empress here, I feel like you figured out really, what is true to you. And then with the Ace of Wands or Ace of Inspiration, you are receiving divine guidance to push and move this forward. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse next to that, which could be a little bit of a delay, but overall this is a really beautiful energy for getting what you want. The Nine of Cups is a dreams come true card. So again, I think you're really just realizing what you're meant to be doing, what relationships you're meant to be in, what is true to your heart, and receiving that divine guidance in order to get what you want out of life, which is actually amazing. Next, we have the Muse of Voices. In this card, you see kind of a very symmetrical image of two people dancing. So the Muse of Voices represents swords in this deck, and she's kind of on what appears to be a pathway or like a pier that goes off into the distance. And there's a lot going on in terms of wind, kites, the moon is here, but it's dark underneath the pier, the pathway. So I feel like you are on a path towards enlightenment, and again, just really, there's a strong emphasis here on the heart and the head and the intuition, and everything kind of synergistically coming together in order to create completion. Next, we have the Six of Voices. So moving forward, so definitely a lot of you guys are getting out of a relationship, getting out of a job, and moving towards something that's in alignment, which is fabulous. The Nine of Swords reversed, if you've been anxiety ridden or you've been dealing with a lot of stress throughout this period of kind of introspection with the Star reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed, it could be that you really kind of have been hibernating. Obviously, we're in winter right now coming into spring, so this feels like a full renewal with the new astrological year coming as well when Aries, when we move into Aries season. The Four of Wands in reverse could also be a breakdown of a structure, but a very beautiful energy that's going to allow you to build a new foundation and community that works for you. If you felt like in the past you didn't really have this community, I do see this moving into your life, whether that's, you know, starting a family, emerging friend groups, emerging connections in your work life that really make you feel grounded and rooted and supported. What else do we need to know? I mean, this feels pretty straightforward. Okay, so what's important for them to remember during this time? So we have the Knight of Wands, which is a very quick moving energy with the Ace of Inspiration. It could be that you have this idea, you want to move it forward and you want to do it as quickly as possible. But with the Seven of Emotions, it's important not to have too many options, right? So we want to pinpoint our energy, or else we can confuse ourselves or get off track from what the main goal is. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it could be a false start with the financial aspect of these things. So perhaps you have, you know, an idea for a job or something you want to pursue for financial benefit, and because your energy is not focused, you are at risk to delay the financial gratification of what this is. And same with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So really the message here is to reflect on what, you know, has and hasn't been working. That's kind of the period that we've been through. Use your intuition and your heart to guide you towards what is right for you. In life, in general, in work, in relationships, in community, and pinpoint that energy and focus on one thing at a time. I've been feeling like this Venus retrograde, Mars direct, and Mercury retrograde period has been a really great time to kind of make plans for the future, really figure out what you're gonna do, create a goal, create a target list, create really kind of a flow of how you see things progressing, which is also a very powerful manifestation technique. And once you identify and write this down or journal about it and get your thoughts out of your brain and onto paper, you will identify a pathway that makes the most sense in order to prevent any of these delays. So let's see what will happen if that pathway opens up and we can focus our energy. Yep, so a little bit of indecision here. We have awakening, and we have the Eight of Materials. I'm not sure if you can see these. Let me kind of shift everything over for you. So I feel like you've made your decision. You've made your decision to walk away from, leave some sort of relationship, some sort of job environment that really is not aligned with your soul's purpose. That decision is done. I think that you're still trying to find guidance on what makes the most sense based on what does feel right and does feel true. And the Eight of Materials is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's time to kind of break out of that monotony of whatever you've been doing in the previous situations and make a change. Follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow what feels the most natural to you. And that's gonna open up this pathway. That's gonna open up this plan. It's still gonna require a lot of hard work and dedication, but breaking out of the status quo is what is really going to serve you right. Let's do just one more to finish. Ten of Cups in reverse. And Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so fear around money, fear around self-value. That's another key theme for Venus in retrograde. Really taking a look at how we value ourselves, how other people value us, which there's a direct correlation there, right? If we don't value ourselves, then we are going to attract people that energetically can feel that and use that against us. It might not be a conscious thing, but it's like the people that take advantage of you, you're allowing that to happen. And that's rooted in not valuing yourself and not putting your foot down and saying, no, this doesn't work for me. But if there is a fear of financial loss here, I don't want you guys to worry. Just focus on creating that pathway for yourself that aligns with that higher vibration of working with your heart, and you will get to where you need to go. Cool. So that's all for today's reading. If you like this reading, please feel free to subscribe to my page or click the like button. And if you feel like there's anybody that needs to hear this message, please go ahead and share it with them so they can receive it.